Welcome back to the HoodCast.
The opinions expressed on the HoodCast are those of the guests and the host. They reflect no inference or agreement by Hood Tech Productions or Hood Tech Productions LLC or HoodCast LLC. The information presented on the HoodCast is not intended to offend any race, creed, religion, sexual orientation, or nation of origin. Please listen at your own discretion.
It is now time.
It's time.
Get ready. Let's do it.
What's good?
What it do, Willie Biggs? I think that it is time for the show, bro.
All right, it's the HoodCast theme song. It's about time we gave y'all a new one. So G-Mac got us in the booth. Let's go.
Hey man, we back. It's the show from the past. So get your drink and grab a seat because we're here. And if I didn't before, let me make it clear. We on Instagram and Facebook, turn us loud up in your ear. We're shining brighter than a hanging crystal chandelier. Hanging from the roof, shenanigans funny as hell. You know, man, we the truth. Without further ado, I hit the boards and grab the mic. We get online a little early so we can get our sound right. And then we go off and show off when we do our thing. We spit the truth to the world. I hope you understand our slang. I am the host who they call G-Mac the boss. Trying to make up for the lost time in the few years that we lost. We play that 5S music, it's the same thing all the time. My passion is so depth, but you can tell it in this rhyme. I'm good on my refreshments, I done went to the store. The moment we all be waiting for. It's our time now for the show, yeah.
All right, let's go. It's HoodCast. You know what it is, your favorite show, twice a week. www.hoodcast.podomatic.com, hoodtechproductions.com. G-Mac, I'll tell them what it is, bro.
The show that's in the present, but it's from the past. They say the HoodCast was a one hell of a cast. It's the show that say that makes your stomach weak. Instagram and Facebook twice a week. The show that's in the present, but it's from the past. They say the HoodCast was a one hell of a cast. It's the show that say that makes your stomach weak. Instagram and Facebook twice a week.
This is Robot Ron, and now the moment you all been waiting for. G-Mac, Willie Biggs, and Kokomo.
What's up, world? What it do? Welcome back to another edition of Hood Tech Presents the HoodCast, baby. www.hoodtechproductions.com. What's up? This is HoodCast 294. This is part 2 with the Ridah. Before we introduce our guests, gonna bring in the crew. Bring in the crew. There we go. Jenny. Willie Biggs.
What's happening, people? How y'all feeling tonight?
Kokomo Don.
Look out, people.
Yup. And without further ado, he's back again for part 2.
Ridah, the Ridah God.
What's up, Kings? What's up, Queen?
God. He's back.
What's up, brother?
Back.
Part 2
once again.
HoodCast Ridah God, baby.
That's right. He was so good. We had to bring him back. It was too much info for one show, so we had to get him back for a second go round, man. Thank you for taking the time for rocking with us, bro. We appreciate you coming back.
Hey, you know a nigga super cool when he wearing shades. I know it's nighttime down there.
Well, you know he get up before Jesus and the Mexicans, and I don't mean Jesus.
Boy. What you said?
Yep. Although slightly racist, I do agree.
It's an honor to be here with y'all.
That's an honor for us. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad you came back because most people do this show and we run their ass off. Boy, they leave with they tail tucked between their legs. But
especially after that last one.
Oh yeah, but Ridah God. First of all, he a real dude. So it ain't nothing we gonna throw at him that's gonna scare him. My man been through enough.
Yes, it is.
A little talk ain't gonna scare my man off.
No. The last one scared me to death.
Well, that's because you scared.
What do you mean?
How? Come on, about the geese.
Oh, the geese. Oh yeah, we're not doing the geese. We're not going to talk about their problem. Kokomo, you got to check out the last show for G-Mac's random statement. It was way down the dark alley, and we don't want to go there again.
I was very
I would say a dark hole, but that would only add to the frustration. And
yeah, right.
Yeah, it was wrong. But we got the Ridah God with us.
It's a Thursday night. It's a HoodCast. It's a beautiful time. My family's here. I got G-Mac. I got Jen. I got Coco. Kokomo's here. Kokomo missed the last show because he be moving around.
He did.
We got him in here for this one. So definitely, it's a Little Rock thing. You gotta love it. It's a Little Rock thing. You gotta love it. This show we gotta talk about. Now we talked about the spiritual aspects, and we talked about your. I guess we could better words to put your awakening. You know, we've all had those moments. We went to that. I want to focus this time, though. I really want to talk about that your upbringing and your upcoming in hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, everybody got a different avenue of how they arrived at where they arrived. For me, I heard Grandmaster Flash, The Message. I was 12 years old. I was visiting my aunt in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I never heard a rap record before in my life. It was 82, 81, 82.
Oh wow!
I had never heard a rap record. And back home, we were still listening to, like, in Memphis, it was WDIA, so it was all R&B, and I forgot what the station was in Little Rock at the time.
97.1,
88.3.
It was always 92.3.
Right.
No,
it was always R&B. It was all
R&B.
R&B. I remember it was all R&B and, you know, classic soul and all that. Rap music hadn't hit the radio in Arkansas like that. So I heard Grandmaster Flash, The Message, and it just, I was standing with my mouth open. And so my aunt's neighbor he was the kid in the neighborhood that made all the tapes. You know, they used to do little stop and go recording the radio shows and make his own little mixtapes. And kids in the neighborhood always want to get a copy of his tape because they're around. So he made me a copy. Long story short, I brought that shit back to Little Rock. And when I tell you that joint went from Jackson Street to 12th Street to that one cassette tape traveled all around. Everywhere I went, that cassette tape went. And people was asking me to make copies of it because folks hadn't heard rap music yet. So that is what got me hooked. And then I had to learn about the people that was making it. What did that for you? What was the moment that just hit you? Like, this is something I gotta do this.
That's crazy, man. The similarities of what you just said. You know, growing up in the South End, over in the projects over there on the South Side. So my older brother had a partner. He's still around. His name Gerald. They call him Ice. Hell of a ice roller skater. Used to be a DJ back in the day. So peep this. We're in the projects now. He would come over there like early in the mornings for my brother, set up his 2 turntables, his crates of records, and sit there and just cut him a tape, just like you said, with all the latest shit. So, but that's one thing. But like you said, when I saw, they came out in 82, The Message, Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel. Man, when I saw that, where I was at in the South End Projects, when I saw that was pretty much,
it was talking.
I was gone. It blew my mind. I was gone. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. That looked like what he said, broken glass everywhere. People come on, man.
Like the neighborhood.
Dope shit. You know,
I was gone after
that. He painted a picture for you. Yeah. Because all the R&B and stuff I heard was love songs. My lady did. And then, you know, down south in Memphis, you know, it's blues. So I'm hearing all of my lady did me wrong. My dog ran away.
Oh,
you know, I'm hearing all that. You know, I had never heard nobody rap like that. You know,
that was crazy.
And it just blew my mind. What you say, Koki?
I got something that's gonna blow Ridah's mind.
What's up? Hold on, man. I know you didn't go in the archives, did you, man?
Yeah, I kind of went in the archive. I kind of went in the archive.
Hold on, we got the Street Preacher joint. Yes. Hey, you know, and it's crazy. See, Kokomo, I got a funny story with Kokomo. Running Poet through a show. I had never met, I think that was my first time meeting Kokomo. So I was in there performing. My little said everybody was sitting down just listening. And Kokomo got up and he right there had the red Kango. I got that footage somewhere on my hard drive. Kokomo, yo. I was me and Kokomo just rocking, and me and dude be cool there since. That was a salute.
I was like his hype man, you know.
Hey man,
so he got into it. He brought the Kokomo Don out. That's what's up.
He showed love that night. Thank you, bro.
That is so strange that The Message had that impact on us around the same time. But we experienced it in 2 different ways, but it brought us to the same location. And that's what I think hip hop does. Hip hop does that. And I blame the industry for it not doing that in the
They watered
mainstream
it
anymore.
down.
Before it would always literally grab a group of people and deliver us all at the same point. Hip hop started as an art form to combat the violence that was going on in New York.
Preach.
That's what
Yes,
it was made for.
to have
That's what
fun.
it was
That's
made
what
for. It was
for.
made
It was
to
fun.
stop the violence that was going on. Bam, Herc, all those cats, all that music in the park, those battles were substitutes for knife fights and gunfights.
Right.
Those raps and those lyrics was that tough talk in an artistic format, so you didn't have to put hands on somebody. And to see an industry take it and convert it into something to glorify the very thing it was meant to combat lets you know that the industry does not love hip hop.
You preach.
It doesn't love hip hop. And then I'll go a step further. And I know this is your interview, and I don't want to step on it, but
speak on it.
If you look at the people who were part of the culture that contributed to it going to the industry, to it going into that island building,
they don't look like us.
No, they do look like us. That's the problem. But those same people are now the ones who have gotten Me Too'd, who done caught cases. Those same folks that took our culture in and profited from it, and basically bastardized it. You see the type of person that they are when you see the current situation. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I got his book, I got a signed copy of his book, but look at Russell Simmons. Ice Cube once said, "Thank God for Russell Simmons." Russell Simmons can't even come back in the country and walk around because of the shit he caught.
He cannot.
Because of the life, but this was a guy that was running to exploit the culture. And what bothers me the most when people bring up Russell Simmons, and I don't really talk about it a lot, is how they give him credit. He's the founder of Def Jam. And I be like, dude wasn't the founder of Def Jam.
He was not.
Rick Rubin was the founder of Def Jam. Yes, Russell was a promoter on the college campus that found a record and found out where it came from and inserted himself and decided, I'm going to be a manager. He tried to be a producer with David D, and that didn't work.
Facts.
And then he had Rush Associated Labels, and that didn't work.
Facts.
He found his best way was to exploit his own folks and sell them off into slave wage contracts.
Yeah, because
to profit himself. And now this same man is basically, you got HBO documentaries about his fucking rape culture that he contributed to.
And they need to hear that.
That's what I'm saying. So when you think about a culture that was made, an art form that was created for poor people, made out of nothing, to stem them away from violence and bring community together, and then an industry that took it and turned it into something to exploit and propagate and promote violence, and violence against women, and violence against your fellow man. And then you look at the people that say, oh, well, you got to let artists express themselves, and you push that. Well, look at the people that was pushing it. You got one executive, everybody that's been within 100 yards of this motherfucker's dead. They either got murdered, got sick, or they ran to become a preacher. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at this and be like, yo, what is wrong here? What is wrong here?
Speak on it.
There's something wrong here, bro. There's something wrong here. That's why with a platform like ours, people like you, this is very important that you be here. It is, to me, it is almost a requirement. I can't promote. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some artists that we play on here. Some of this shit I like, some shit I don't. I don't believe in stifling free speech, but I also don't believe in just promoting bullshit neither.
That's what they don't want now. Is if you're not
part of the program, you're part of the problem.
If you're not promoting fuckery now in the big industry, they don't want your ass. We want your ass to be talking about killing, hurting the motherfucker. We need you beefing with each other. Beefing sales in their eyes.
Right.
I need you beefing. I mean,
y'all go ahead. I got to plug
it. You beefing, now I can sell that. I can sell what the murder.
And then, you know,
they're pushing that narrative that it's us anyway. So that's another way to get rid of us. We'll give you some money, but we're going to get your ass because we're going to use your rap lyrics for what you're doing. We're going to kill 3-4 birds with one goddamn stone. I mean, and they getting finesse with it too. Bro, they light their ass up right now too.
Preach,
Years of
Kokomo.
women looking at this.
That shit that you put out, man, is what we need more of. It's like what you was brought up on self-destruction, all that good rap right there, man. Bringing UNITY.
Yo, we need that. And I'm not saying everybody got to be preachy, everybody got to be positive. Hip hop wasn't all positive,
good shit,
but it wasn't all negative, and it wasn't all funny. It was a variety. It was representative of the community that it came from. Everybody in the hood ain't a gangster. Everybody in the hood don't sell dope. Everybody in the hood ain't fucking your baby mama. But if you listen to what they put out, dude, pick up me a record right now by a popular artist, especially a popular artist under the age of 25. And find me a song on that bitch where he don't reference trying to sleep with my baby mama.
You see it,
right?
Come through a throat or swallow the babies. I'm just like, bro. And the bad part about it is, I know younger artists. I know them personally, and I'm listening to the music they're making, and I know for a fact they don't live like that. But they making songs like, because that's what they see is going on. So they like, oh, I got to do this to get in.
And for me,
so that same song will get your ass 20 years.
Right.
That same song that you don't do get you 20 years at this point in life. You got real positive shit around here, like teaching a child how to get an education. Goddamn.
I'm sorry, Jim, what were you trying to say?
Something positive.
Jim, what were you trying to say? I'm sorry, Coke.
And just like, you know, with his project with Queen, me being a woman, being a black female, seeing this project Queen, where all women are not ratchet, women are beautiful, women are earth, there are mothers, there are sisters, there are teachers. There's a, you know, Glorilla, she's come out, she's been signed to a deal, she's making money. Bravo, happy for you. But look at the content that you created. Me and literally in a lyric, she's saying me and my ratchet friends.
Dude, and her shelf life is gonna be so fucking short.
And you know what? The money is literally he's lying in the money. Yes,
no,
it
dude,
is.
don't believe
yes,
her shelf life is gonna be so short.
It's
bro.
gonna be short. And I'm gonna tell you
I used to complain about there being a lack of female MCs, but then like they said, be careful what you wish for. They turned around and gave us a whole school of the same clones.
They are, because you know what? I give you a perfect example. Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to say. Nikki did bite Kim.
I mean,
Nikki did.
What?
Hell yeah.
Nikki did bite Kim, but I mean, I'm not defending Nikki.
Let me finish.
Well, hold on, before you go further, I'm not defending Nikki. What I'm saying is, though, that was part of her marketing. Everybody knew that was it. You know, it wasn't like it was a disguise.
Absolutely. But let me say this.
I'm glad you said marketing.
Yeah, but I said it to say this, though. If you look at what's happening with Nikki now, she's taking Rick James, Super Freak, and she's literally recreated Anaconda, the whole image. She's recycled herself, and no one cares. And you know how she's getting the number one? When you lower your streams to 39 cents, 69 cents, 99 cents, and people start buying it for that cheap, of course it runs it up.
Yeah, she needs to do that too. Cause
and the thing about it is, but you know who I miss?
Sorry,
I miss Ridah.
Ridah.
I miss Vita from Murder Inc. I miss MC Light. I miss MC Light. I miss Light.
Yeah, I miss
Vita,
Light.
You know what? A lot could have been done with Vita, but Irv Gotti is a whole nother conversation for a whole different show.
But
I miss those sisters who were able to tell a story. I miss Money Love. Money Love was by far the Sister Soldier, real Roxanne Shante. These were girls, average girls that you would see walking down the hallway, class, a college lecture, who was just regular girls. They didn't have to twerk, they didn't have to shake, none of that. These were reasonable girls who could hang out with anybody who had a story to tell. I cannot stand female rappers.
Right. All right, y'all. We have officially crossed the line and fucked off 20 minutes of your time. So we're gonna play some music and then we're gonna come back and actually interview Ridah God. that was just the intro part. We got our lecture on, and now let's play some music. Rod, when we come back, we're gonna talk to our brother.
I love it.
All right.
Be right back, everybody. Right after this.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Man, I lost my granny, I'm mad. I'm selling the shit to feed my family. Folks gonna be on my ass. They gonna give me that book and lay me down. They ain't finna give me no pass. They take my dope, we kick down doors. I'ma just give me a mask. In other words, nigga, I'm bad. I nigga reload them 50s. Sit back, record, and thumb through hundreds. This for the niggas in the trenches. You know they call me the bad man. You know I gotta keep my glizzy. Don't fuck with snakes, I kill a slime if a nigga ever claim me history. And we feed them the rats in the kitchen. Was still if I picked up a scale. Before my nuts dropped, police got me. The whole try to take me to jail. Ain't shed a tear, I took the blame. Always knew I was gonna be solid. Then fast forward, nigga, 2018, a nigga almost witnessed the body. Now I walk with a Glock on my body. Man, I lost my granny, I'm mad. I'm selling the shit to feed my family. Folks gonna be on my ass. They gonna give me that book and lay me down. They ain't finna give me no pass. They take my dope, we kick down doors. I'ma just give me a mask. In other words, nigga, I'm bad. Man, I lost my granny, I'm mad. I'm selling the shit to feed my family. Folks gonna be on my ass. They gonna give me that book and lay me down. They ain't finna give me no pass. They take my dope, we kick down doors. I'ma just give me a mask. In other words, nigga, I'm bad. I'm a badass nigga like Mike. Ain't never been scared to put up a fight. You can get here with a right, or get left on the pavement and sleep there the night. I walk with the demons at night. I know I'm a star and I still shine bright. Now that's a little bitch that I like. She likes to get bad and I ass it right. I ain't never been scared to take me a life. I'm a goon, I walk with my pipe. I make music for niggas who like getting money. Talking about 20s and 50s and 100s. Nigga talking about he getting to the back, he lying. Nigga stop, you need to be honest. Like John went down to the side, I'm fine. And I still gon' serve me, huh? Man, I lost my granny, I'm mad. I'm selling the shit to feed my family. Folks gon' be on my ass. They gon' give me that book and lay me down. They ain't finna give me no pass. They take my dope, we kick down doors. I'ma just give me a mask. In other words, nigga, I'm bad. Man, I lost my granny, I'm mad. I'm selling the shit to feed my family. Folks gon' be on my ass. They gon' give me that book and lay me down. They ain't finna give me no pass. They take my dope, we kick down doors. I'ma just give me a mask. In other words, nigga, I'm bad.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
If you working with them folks, find an exit and get out. This is conscious rap music for the junkies in the drought. In the city that I'm rapping, we turn up, we get lit. I know you heard of Little Rock, but you ain't heard it like this. If you're with the sucker shit, find an exit and get out. Where we from, we sucker free. We steal niggas out the south. On the soil that we rapping, we turn up, we get lit. I know you heard of Arkansas, but you ain't heard it like this. If you come from out of town, pay attention when you ride. The streets are full of cops and the stench of homicide. I'm fresh like Oxytide, I get love on every side. If they don't say the rider solid, that's on me, them niggas lie. Respected in my city, it's time to make a toast. Fuck them haters, rider blocking out here trying to do the most. Fuck the slice, I want the loaf. I'm repping for my coast, Razorback and fast breaking, throwing alleys in the post. I rep for underdogs, for my swagger mainstream. Went from center to ascension, my hustle super mean, and that's ferocious on the beat. If you ain't know, you niggas sleep. Them youngsters say we slapping, bumping, slumping in the streets. Ain't it, man? Word the cool, dip it, drop us in the grease. The buzz got the pop, now these labels want a piece. Salute them all, baby. Long live Uncle Rick, Nisha Reese, Stacy P, King Trav in this bitch. If you working with them folks, find an exit and get out. This is conscious rap music for the junkies in the drought. In the city that I'm rapping, we turn up, we get lit. I know you heard of Little Rock, but you ain't heard it like this. If you're with the sucker shit, find an exit and get out. Where we from, we sucker free. We steal niggas out the south. On the soil that we rapping, we turn up, we get lit. I know you heard of Arkansas, but you ain't heard it like this.
If you rapping for the city, you should get nothing but love. It's the Mark Aliens in this bitch, who you thought it was. We didn't get it on no silver spoon, we got it out the mud. It ain't nothing but a banger when you hear it in the club. We turn up, we get lit, it ain't with that sucker shit. I know you heard a Little Rock, but you ain't heard it like this. I might shoot or take the assist, leave me open, I won't miss. With the rock up in my hand, all you gon' hear is the swish. Tell me what the fuck is going on, what they yapping about. We real ass soldiers from the south, find the exit and get out. R.I.P. to Derek Floyd, Martin Franklin, Lil Bro Dre, Andre Lucky, they my fam, I miss them in a major way. So put your cups up in the air, cause it's going down today. Where we from, we fair bar none, you think we bout to play? Rider hollered at me, so this track I'm killing it rigor mortis. You can catch me posted up, balling on them Bobby Porters.
If you working with them folks, find an exit and get out. This is conscious rap music for the junkies in the drought. In the city that I'm rapping, we turn up, we get lit. I know you heard of Little Rock, but you ain't heard it like this. If you're with the sucker shit, find an exit and get out. Where we from, we sucker free. We still niggas out the south. On the soil that we rapping, we turn up, we get lit. I know you heard of Arkansas, but you ain't heard it like this. Yeah, Ridah God. I got King Larry Lucky riding with me. Arcadian International, Rocktown, Arkansas, stay down. What up, AMD? What up, Big Maurice? Young Flick, Big Boom, Joe Cool, Mike Dog 2020. Yeah. Rest in peace, I Smile. Rest in peace to Young Free. Rest in peace, April Neal. Rest in peace, Boss One.
Keep working with them folks, find a way. Exit and get out.
Get out. We are back, bro. We back. Second segment of Hood Tech presents the HoodCast version 294. Before anybody say anything, there's a couple of things I want to, get out the way. One, you aspiring artists out there, if you would like your music played on Hood Tech presents the HoodCast, please don't hesitate to send us your MP3s original to thehoodcast@gmail.com. And I want to, give a little shout out to one of my new little friends, Music Alley. You know what I'm saying? He has a podcast himself. But it's another little promotion, y'all.
Music Alley?
Yeah, his name is Music Alley. He has a podcast named Wrap It Out.
Already.
Pretty much he's a songwriter and a producer. Yeah, over 5 years.
Dope.
He started this podcast during the pandemic. And, he pretty much talks about musicians, all types of music. Wrap it out.
Wrap it out.
Get you over there. Got to get right over there.
Yeah. You can find him everywhere on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and all that. Wrap it out, y'all. Wrap it out. Okay.
Make sure y'all check them out. Thank y'all for the support.
Yes, sir. Music
Thanks for the support, guys, and we're going to support Write It Out.
Stick your face in there. Next shit.
Oh, shit.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Why tell me why?
Hey, man, I'm in the podcast. Get on that.
Why your shit look like that?
Stop it, man. Stop it. All right, man.
Hold on. What did he say?
He said, Jen, why you look like that?
You talking to Jen.
He always messes with me.
She got on her Wakanda hair wrap to give her a hair time.
The podcast. I'm calling her back.
Yo, man, we got the Ridah God in here with us, and we were talking. You giving us like I said, we got struck by the hip hop bug around the same time. We're at the same song and message. Now, from that point on, how did you pursue your art? What was your first steps to trying to get to that, to get to where you are now? You didn't start like this for sure.
Nah,
relevant.
Nah, it was I've been through two groups. My first was with Black Hoods. That's with my relatives and a couple of homeboys, and then we did the Suited and Booted thing.
So I remember that.
Yes, sir.
That was what, 90 what?
99, 98, 99. So,
and that's what I remember first.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Black Hoods. We was on the underground, and then one of our members had left, and he, ultimately passed. Rest in peace, my bro Rich. So I went through two groups, and I put out mixtapes. But to answer your question though, when I first got started, we started doing the group thing, Black Hoods. We recorded our first song at Pop Dog Records with OG Groove.
Mm-hmm.
And so from that time and just going forward, it was just constantly trying to find our way with the group, setbacks.
But tell me,
go ahead.
I want, and I get that part, like the group part. But see, you skipped a whole lot because everybody got that first time trying to rap. Everybody got that first time trying to write a rap. And that first time, before you became the Ridah God, what was your influences? Who were you trying to be? because there's nobody in hip hop has ever just popped out and was themselves. They got as an influence somewhere.
Man, I studied a lot.
What was in your head? What was the direction you were reaching for when you heard the message and then you say, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this," and you studied the art, you studied the culture. How did you?
I was just a junkie from the message.
Mm-hmm.
We were just like anybody else, walking around with the boom boxes, eating up every album and tape and vinyl that came out at Ugly Mike's, Genuine Records, Soul Brothers, where we can go get the music from. And but we really wasn't rapping.
Discount.
Like Discount, yeah. So
did you say Ugly Mike?
That's what's
Ugly Mike's, Ugly Mike's. I was always in there, getting everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I didn't really start trying to rap until after high school. I went to ULA and eventually left ULA, got a job, and then I just started pursuing it full time using, I hustled for a minute, but I was like, nah, this ain't for me. And I got a job. So, can y'all hear me now?
Mm-hmm. Smart man.
My thing is with your marketing. I had never seen anybody with this type of marketing in Arkansas at that particular time when you put them. They don't really the mainstream really now don't even have. I mean the songs.
You can't get inserts and all that. Yeah, no.
The artwork.
Speaking of marketing in your imagery.
Just the grind.
Where does that come from? What is that inspired by? And I know there's some spirituality in it. It's probably way deeper than we gonna understand. But where does that come from?
You mean in regards to the imagery, or just the whole concept of?
The imagery. Not just that particular album, but your imagery is always different. It ain't always the same old, standard standing in front of something with a pen and pixel with a tiger and a bear and a big thing. I mean, people did it, but I'm just saying you evolved from that. Where did that come from? Like, was it a conscious choice of yours, or you just got with a graphic design?
Yeah, it was more.
What made you switch?
It was more of a conscious choice. Like everything that I present, I'm behind it in some way, form, or fashion, inspiring it, till they get all the way to the graphic designer, and they carry out the vision of what I'm trying to implement. Being an extension. So, but no, it comes from a lot of study, a lot of experiences, and just my whole worldview and what I see and things that I picked up along the way, and always trying to put subliminals. At first, early on, when I started rapping, I wasn't super conscious of the imagery, because if you go back to my underground project, Black Tuesday, which was my first solo underground project, it was just me with a hat on. Close face shot, no nothing on the inside. I had the Lil Rock 9 and blended in the imagery, but so I always been a kind of aware of what was going on around me, but it was always trying to figure out how could I be from Little Rock and try to be true to the things that I see, the things that I experience, and try to express it to where it's digestible to someone who's probably not as awakened as I am. So, but yeah, as far as that, what Kokomo picked up, that pretty much was a combination of shit from 99 all the way to now, and everything that I, experienced. If you look closely, there's a lot of subliminals in that artwork.
Oh yeah,
a lot of subliminals.
They're in time capsules. People who and he's like sort of like on a mothership type deal. You know what I mean?
Well, he's manning the ship, and then you got Atlantis in the back.
Yeah.
And I noticed that extraterrestrial, that outer space kind of, extraplanetary thing is an ongoing theme with you. And I mean, we discussed it earlier on this show. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't want to cut you off.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to say it before I forgot. If you around the time when Grandmaster Flash and Melly Mel came out, somewhere along in their precursor to that, you had Africa Bambaataa, Planet Rock. You had Nucleus Jam on it. These dudes was already on some extraterrestrial, otherworldly type of things infused into the music. So they was dropping subliminals then.
Right.
And but they was ahead of their time. We didn't, I was a kid. So I was seeing that they were just planting seeds though. So basically,
right, exactly.
If you do something long enough, you're gonna grow in it. You're gonna evolve, and I would like to think that I'm a representation of what hip hop looks like, evolve, grown up, or maturing, and staying the course with the culture itself. Because you can't. Hold up. Let me stop for a second. Let me stop for a second, because
thank you.
If you stop, everything that y'all spoke on earlier was facts, and you look at right now, the music, especially back then, KRS-One, Eric B. and Rakim, Doc, even the early West Coast rappers like Dub C and the Mad Circle, King T, you had Kid Frost, you had all of these MC Breed up in Flint, you had all of these pioneers, and you look at now, it's the mainstream. Oh, and Outkast warned everybody on the AT album. They had a song called Mainstream, face down, floating in the mainstream, think it ain't what it is, all peaches and cream. You know what I'm saying? So if you listen to that song now, they predicted it. They saw it coming, and it's exactly what they rapped about on that song. But they was always ahead of their time. But what this model that's out now, it can't be. It's not sustainable.
Right.
It's not sustainable. It's a dead end. It's a dead end, and it don't match up to the backdrop of what's really happening in our world right now, in our reality. Groceries, inflation, gas prices, everything. You name it. You can only rap about murder, murder, kill, kill, money, money, bitch, hoe, dope, dope, sip, lean, fuck you, bitch, repeat.
Right.
No substance at all. No
substance at all.
Yo, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
You gotta find something.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Ask a question, please?
Go for it, G man. Go for it, G man.
Go ahead.
Yo, back in the day, Nas had that thing say hip hop is dead. Do you think hip hop is dead?
Hey, what he was saying.
I'm not saying hip hop. Let me rephrase that.
No. You don't have to clarify. I understood what you were saying. That speaks for itself. I agree with what Nas said, but a lot of people missed the point of what Nas was saying.
Did.
You know what I'm saying? They got in their feelings, but Nas told the truth. Hip hop was dead, and it still is right now to a degree, because the model that we're pushing, what the industry is pushing in the mainstream, it's not sustainable. It's dead. You go into a dead end. You're going to jail, or if you don't, you get your bag. But about 20 kids that was buying your album, they're going to get out there and use it to the soundtrack of whatever the hell they're doing to get them into some trouble or get them killed or whatever the case may be, misguided. So, but nah, I didn't. I love what Nas did. I love Nas, first of all, but I love the fact that he came out and he was bold enough to say hip hop is dead. It was worse. It's worse now than it was when he came out and said that, but it was heading this way, and he kind of saw it coming, with the takeover of radio, with the takeover of corporate hip hop, and it just, and the more genocidal, the more destructive it got, the more it pushed out voices of reason, voices of clarity, voices of understanding. You can have a balance, but you ain't got the balance no more. It's all one way. And kids are looking at that shiny beacon, the mainstream, the bag. They're looking at that shiny beacon on the hill, and they're like, okay, I don't need to talk about what I went through or what God allowed me to experience. So it could be my own unique testimony, my own story that I put on the beat and put out there for some kid that's probably going through the same thing somewhere else. But at the same time, they're thinking, that's the way you get on. It's fool's gold. That's the way you get on.
Right.
Because even if they do sign you, they got 1,000 MCs on the assembly line ready to roll out. Go to jail, get killed, go wood, don't do shit. We got 10 more ready to come right behind them. And it's fast change.
That's why they don't develop no more. That's why I don't even. I saw somebody online one time. They said they was an A&R. I'm an A&R.
Artist development dead.
And I was like, well, what do you do, bro? Because I ain't seen no on it in 20 years.
Right.
Yeah,
I ain't seen
artist
no
development
real
day.
development on 20 years. I mean, I've seen cats come out same motherfucker from the first album to the last. I'm like, where's the
Right.
development here? Where's the growth?
I was just gonna
Where's
ask you. Yeah.
Because if you real
you know?
artistry is not
Same
something that you
motherfucker
have
from
to
the
just
first
sit up
album to the
there.
last album. Wow.
Just right.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
G Mac. What were you gonna say? G Mac was
Oh
gonna say
no
something. No,
Jen was saying
Willie
so. We
B.
saying
I
Jen?
forgot.
You know,
Jen was saying something.
I sat here and I thought about when he was talking. I thought about the story of Boss. Y'all remember Boss, the Shell
Yeah,
Balls?
yeah,
She
yeah,
came out
yeah.
with Recipe.
Mm-hmm.
And when that song came out, everybody was like, "Oh my God, here we got this chick, and she a thug, she a gangster." And she took off. She signed. I think she signed the Capitol, Willie.
Yeah, it was one
Def
And
of them.
what
Jam. Def Jam.
was it? Just
Oh,
okay.
yeah, what was it?
And I remember. I mean, it was hot. And then all of a sudden, her parents showed up on the scene and went, "Y'all know she was on the dance team.
Mm-mm.
Right, right.
Y'all know she was raised well. What is this?"
Right.
And then when it
Mm-hmm.
came out for the second album to come out, which she did in
It's out the
fact
water.
record, it was over.
That's
And
because okay.
it was a
Yep.
I just so happened I was up late one night on a weekend, and there is a guy on YouTube, and I wish God forgive me, I wish I knew his name. He goes and finds out what happens to some of these artists. Like this sister right now has a GoFundMe. She needs a kidney transplant.
Boss.
For the last few years, she has lived in squalor.
Who, Boss?
So
Yeah.
yeah. So my
Yep.
question is
Yep.
that what
Yep.
happens? What actually happens when how does something like that happen where you have someone who has this talent who was not raised like that? We don't say this. We cannot say that the sister did not lack the ability because the talent was there. But how do we have Michelle Laws, who legitimately went to Catholic school, was on the debate team, was educated, two-parent household, middle class? How do we go from that to a girl wearing locs, a flannel shirt, dicky pants, and a pair of Timbs? How do
That
we
was the
go there?
label. That was the label. The
It's called.
label.
That was a
Yeah,
label.
what he said.
That was a label.
They put her. They packaged her and presented her as that. That's what they introduced her as,
This
even
is
though she wasn't that. That's the way you can go get. That's the way we.
right.
If you want to sign with us, we got this for you. And back then, rappers rapped about that. Like
Right.
the earlier rappers, they talked about how these dudes come in, or if dudes come in, and the label spin you around, turn you into something else, push you out there. They talked about that. But the
Okay,
game was anti that back in the day, but some fell victim to that. And she was
so
one of
I say
those.
that to say this. So
Mhm.
watch this. So her parents came out because we had a discussion about this earlier today. So her parents came out and said, "This is not you." Okay, flip the coin. Rick Ross, CO, Dade County Correctional Facility,
Yeah,
millionaire,
that goes
still
on to
selling
what?
albums. Hold on, still selling albums.
Because he ain't got parents that's coming in
Nicki,
breaking up his marketing plan. That's all that is.
but wait a minute. But hold on now. Wait a
All
minute
half of
though.
them don't done is not who they
But
say they
wait a
are.
minute though. Hold on. Drake was on Degrassi High. Nicki Minaj, School of Performing Arts.
I smell you, sis.
Who?
I smell
You see
you.
where I'm going? You see
I
where I'm going
smell
with
you,
this?
sis. I smell
You
you. I
see where
smell
I'm
you.
going with this? So how come somebody could come bust that up then? Come on now. What did Ross say? I know Noriega, real Noriega. He owes me $1 million favors. How? You a
Yeah,
CEO.
right.
No, but see,
You
here's
ain't
the
even
thing,
from
and
Dade
that's
County. You from
but no.
Clarksville,
Listen,
Mississippi.
Here's the problem with that, and I'm not disagreeing with you. There are some artists that literally are playing characters. I mean, actually, all of them are playing characters,
And
but
Nicki,
there are
yeah,
A
they
lot
are.
of them.
artists that let you know. They let you know I'm playing a character. Remember when ended up fighting for free speech and what's her name was out there steamrolling over CDs and Reverend Calvin
Lord
Butts and
Tucker.
all that bullshit, and they was like, well, you don't protest Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, you don't protest Rambo movies. So why are you protesting our music? And the reason for that, and when I was a kid, I didn't understand. I was standing in agreement. I was like, yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger killed 1 million people in the movie. Y'all don't say nothing about that. But the difference is music and movies hit different. Music is a more personal.
That is true.
Music is a more personal. It's a more visceral experience. Music is in a way that a movie doesn't. You know what I'm saying? A movie, when you go there, you know that the person on screen is playing a character. When you listen to an artist's music, something that came out of their mouth that they wrote and created, or at least in your opinion, you think you're getting a personal story, right? It's not until they can tell you. It's like Humpty Hump. We all knew Humpty didn't have a real big nose. And the whole dichotomy of that it was one guy playing 2 people in the same group, we bought into the gimmick because it was fun. Humpty in the hotel room, Humpty getting down in the Burger King bathroom. We knew Shock G wasn't out sleeping in the Burger King bathroom. He might have.
Well, maybe he was.
But what I'm saying is, though, Rick Ross managed to walk the fine line between playing a character. First of all, his name is Rick Ross. It's not his real name. He had to go to Rose because Freeway Ricky Ross was suing him for using his name. You see what I'm saying? When it became clear that he was playing a character, he had made enough money in the industry that the industry supported him. And I used to tell artists this all the time. You cannot survive in the music industry if you don't have an advocate in the game. You just can't. Not on the mainstream. You have to have an advocate. You got to have somebody in the building that's in those meetings fighting for your budget, fighting for your marketing plan, fighting for your promotion. You got to have somebody in the building. You being a dope artist is not enough. Not when you're dealing with a label. Now, if you're a Tech 9, you're going straight to the consumer. The consumer is your label. You don't have to be a character. You don't have a caricature. And if your audience buys into you, as long as you selling you good. But when you go to a label, the label only works with numbers. They do have cultural impact and they know it, but they take their charge from other external entities. I won't get into all that, but they do. That's why you have companies like Seagram's that own Vivendi, that own Universal. So you want to know why artists over here is rapping about liquor? Because it's a liquor fucking label. It's not hard to tell. If you want to understand what is on this radio show, did an appearance on this TV show, and got a spot in this movie, it ain't because he worked that fucking hard, because they're all owned by the same company. He is like a can of soda. He's a product to be placed. That's how it works. Right. When you're independent, you don't get that same treatment because you don't have an admin in the building for you. You see what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, Jen. Yeah, Boss came in as a character. Her parents said, we ain't with that shit. We work too hard for this, and you embarrassing our family. We ain't going for it. Plain and simple. Rick Ross salute to her parents. You know, salute to her parents. Look at
I hate to say this, I'm one of them.
Brett and were clones of Snoop. And Bow Wow, Snoop clones. Hell, Bow Wow was living with Snoop. Brat was Snoop with a vagina. First platinum female artist. First solo platinum female artist copied the biggest male rap artist at the time. Jermaine Dupri knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. When he made Crisscross, he was making a young Run DMC. He knew what he was doing. He was raising the business and he was doing the business. Now, the difference between Jermaine and a Puff is a long line of morals between the two.
Boy.
Yeah.
That's why you don't have any, you don't have any of the, you don't have any of, there's not, you can't point a finger at not one social deaf artist that you've seen bad boy artists go through. None of that shit.
You know,
none of murder, none of them catching charges, none of that. But that
I just want to piggyback on what you're saying.
That starts at the top.
I just want to piggyback on what you're saying.
Over your interview. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Everything you said needed to be said. I just wanted to say, you know, I just wanted to get this out before I forget. You know, if you look at hip hop right now, the culture, you know, you got the overall genre of hip hop. You got R&B, you got rock, got hip hop. Hip hop always has been and will forever be different than it's the exception. It'll be different from all of the other genres because hip hop is super powerful super influential, and we created it. You know, we introduced it, and
Right.
see that, and then also
Right. We created all those other ones
for
too,
all
but
you,
this one is ours.
yes, yes, yes. And for artists listening out there,
Yeah.
make sure y'all go study the model for Tech Nine. His whole business model, everything. Make sure you go study it.
Brilliant.
And then the second thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the answers, the answers don't lie in the industry. These record label suits or these major record companies, the Warners and all of those, the big three. The answers lie.
Nope.
Take it all the way
Nope.
back to New York, to where the pioneers are. Look at what LL Cool J just did with the Rock the Bells Festival. You know what I'm
Brilliant.
saying? Peep game, the disconnect, the divide between the pioneers of this genre. They still alive. They're not in some ghost town. It's just like kids ain't never seen a Native American
Right.
Indian walking around with head feathers. They're like, are they still alive? I've never seen one. Just like
Right.
these pioneers, these new age rappers, these youngsters, and the shit that they're carrying out for these major record labels, they can't lead us. They can't lead the people. It's gonna take the OGs and these new artists to really. It's gonna have to be some straightening going on because they pitting us against each other.
Right.
Because when the OGs step up to say, "Hold up, young man, that youngster, that shit ain't right. That shit. Look at what you're
Right.
doing. Look, do you hear what you're saying? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?" And when that happens, then that's when you have these youngsters, old head this, broke ass nigga this.
Funk this.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what the disconnect
Yes.
is. And
Right.
that is the hard truth. It's got to be some hard ass truth. And really, cats got to stand up and tell the damn truth and without worrying about cats getting in their damn feelings. Period. Because they think they're going to just bully an
Right.
OG or somebody with wisdom to not tell the truth because your ass can't handle the truth because you mad. You know what I'm saying? So this is the hard conversation we gotta have
Right.
for hip hop to evolve and to move forward because we can't sustain like this. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
give a fuck what none of them cats say. Shout out to
Cannot.
all of the rappers in my town, in my state, that choose to make that type of music. I don't knock y'all. I don't just because I don't fuck with it, don't mean I don't fuck with you as a human being. You know, I
Right.
fuck with you as a human being, but I don't gotta fuck with that music, and you know, and that should be respected.
Right.
But that goes all the way across the board, though. You know, and that's like you said, those are the hard conversations
Mm-hmm.
we got to have because everybody's focused on the mainstream. The mainstream ain't shit. The mainstream is the suits that run this shit and is presenting this narrative that we're seeing dominate social media, television, and radio. You know, so
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
it's becoming very much capitalism.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
So they don't
capitalism
give
and
a
art
fuck.
have
Yo,
never been good friends. They've never been good friends.
yo, that's why media, any type of media, whether it's TV, radio, movies, or whatever, it's the big bucks there. You gotta pay to get there because why? It's programming.
Hell
We
yeah.
as human beings
We talk about it
Yep.
are
all
the
the
most
time.
programmable
The devil,
machine on this planet.
Yep.
the
You see
Yeah.
devil
what
I
I'm
mean, the
saying?
left.
TV. I remember when folks everybody started getting flat screens and big TVs and shit. Folks were like, "Oh, this TV is just gonna," and I said to myself, I was like, "You just brought like the big stupid box in your house you could find to fill your home with nothing but negativity and lies." And it don't go off no more. It used to at least go off at midnight. Now that shit run all night. Your kids, you go to bed and your kids still up getting
Hold
fed,
on.
just all kinds of
DC's
shit.
laptop just died.
Oh, he froze on us. He got a good picture though. Look
Yep.
at that. That's a nice steel frame.
Well,
Yeah, that's
hey,
Let
nice.
me
that's
check.
a good time to go and play some music, right?
Let's play some
Yes.
music while he gets back.
Send
Yeah.
the link to his email, please.
Right.
Third segment.
All right.
Right. So, on that notion, world, oh snap, here we go. Oh yeah, here we go, right here. Yo, y'all, we're gonna be right back, right after this.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
I'm talking to you, baby girl. You are a queen, let the world You're strong enough through all you see. Baby girl, only you can let yourself get let down. Baby girl, we all done broke the same miracle.
I used to disrespect you, I was lost, but now I'm grown. I put it on myself to teach these youngsters when they wrong. Whether cats are grown or they're somewhere in their teens, they cowards if they out here killing, drugging, raping queens, or putting their hands on you. That's not what love is. Don't be out here chasing men that don't even love your kids. You stripping to survive, or you hustling to survive. 3-4 jobs out here making sure your baby stay alive. Stay strong, you can make it. Check them devils out here faking. It's time to heal our women. It's your world for the taking. Shirley Jackson, April Mills, may you both rest in peace. This song is for my queens out here dying in these streets. My mother, rest in peace. Cousin Dean, rest in peace. I lost my cousin Ebony. She was murdered in these streets. Miss Gaddy, Keisha Truitt, Mama Cheryl, rest in peace. May God bless the families and the kids of the deceased.
Baby girl, you are a queen, let the world see. Baby girl, you're strong enough through all you see. Baby girl, only you can let yourself get let down. Baby girl, we all done broke the same miracle.
This is my message to my queens, black and strong, raising kings. You're all super women, overcoming anything. We hate you, that's a lie. Keep your head up to the sky. Walk away from any man if all he do is make you cry. This system out to get you, but just know I'm out here with you. Black queens, dry your eyes, let my lyrics be your tissue. Black girl magic, every shade of you is simply classic. Black or brown, light skin, thick or thin, I'm a fanatic. Puffy afros, dreadlocks, or a fade. Twisted, you can perm it, queen, you're fine either way. Our kids need to see the kings and queens unified. No more static, we magnetic, we majestic, eye to eye. Salute to all my queens, God bless the single mothers. Salute to all my queens, married, marching for their brothers. I dedicate this song to my sisters, to my queens. I love you, don't give up, and misrespect sincerely King.
Baby girl, you are a queen, let the world see. Baby girl, you're strong enough through all you see. Baby girl, only you can let yourself get let down. Baby girl, we all done broke the same miracle. Baby girl. Baby girl.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast.
Out of the weekend of gun violence in Little Rock that has city leaders frustrated and people wondering why it's all happening. Police dealing with multiple shootings over 12 hours. One of the victims, a baby, is recovering. A 20-year-old is dead.
20 shots rang out, another homicide. The news only said that another rapper died. My block, your block, anybody block. Young niggas dying young from the shot of Little Rock. They die on Instagram, they die in the metaverse. Can't even rest in peace, bullet holes in your hearse. Another mother cries, another homie lies. Gone on this shit, I can see it in their eyes. They on a scheming time, they call it demon time. Disrespect your mom and pops, just a waste of semen time. Don't get to see their prime, feds drop the dime. What the fuck are we gonna do about this king on king crime? But it's plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life. It's plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life. Straight out the belly of the beast, it's still fuck peace. In the heart of Babylon, blood running in the streets. Kings killing kings, queens killing queens. All I got to say is fuck them little shiny teens. We assassinated, we assassinated, we assassinated. Dog niggas running out of sheets. My side, your side, anybody's side. This the part in Revelations where we all gotta ride. Bisco to Mactown, Newport to Jacktown, Pine Bluff, Sugar City, Arkansas, niggas down. Let's put the guns down. Get fitted for a crown. Make a plan, unify, and shut this motherfucker down. And fuck them racist cops. My niggas, them the ops. I put that on my city, we gon' liberate the block. LA to NY, NO to H-Town, Memphis 10, Mississippi, all my Georgia niggas down. Let's put the guns down. Get fitted for a crown. Break the curse, pump your fist and shut this motherfucker down. Let's put the guns down. Get fitted for a crown. Get your guns, pump your fist and shut this motherfucker down. And it's
plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life. It's plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life.
Shit, choppers raining, you know exactly what that five bring. Beautiful days, watching them turn into a crime scene. Funeral was packed, mama's crying when the choir sing. That's what this time bring. So where you really at? Young niggas got beat, so when it's up, you know it's really that. Bodies dropping one after another, they going tit for tat. You pay the price, you lose your life, it ain't no getting it back. It ain't no second chance for life to live, and that's really fact. So many young niggas want a better life and can't picture that. This cold system take it off from them, but won't mention that. So they resort to violence, and they'll let you feel the wrath before they live in silence. That's how they going out. You think they steaming, they facing demons you don't know about. They crime up on your head, little daddy. Better hold it down. It's time to put them guns up and get your funds up and make it boss move when the sun's up. Pick your sons up. So what you in it for? Take advantage every second, every minute, bro. Because they killing us. We kicked the door that broke the mold, and now they feeling us. They try to take the royalty from us, but it's still in us. Gang.
You can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life. It's plain to see, you can't change me, cause I'ma be a rider for life.
And we shouldn't be angry. And my raps that I'm rapping to my community should be filled with rage. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be filled with the same atrocities that they gave to me. In the media, they don't talk about it. So in my raps, I have to talk about it. And it just seems foreign because there's no one else talking about it. Not me. You know, I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And that's our job, is to start somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish. And because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change.
Yeah, we have returned to the third and the final segment of Hood Temperatures, the HoodCast, baby. We are with Ridah God.
Wait a minute, you switched hats.
We got the guy back. Yeah, we can hear you. Switch hats, took off days. It's like we got a new interview.
Right.
He switched it up on us. You gotta keep. He said when the people is watching, they're taking pictures. He want to look good. Want to look good when they're taking pictures. But we went down a rabbit hole in that last segment, guys. But I appreciate it because everything we was talking about, folks need to hear it, man. But I want to talk more about. I don't want you to leave without talking more about the music. Tell us about this album, the intent, the purpose, the content, your direction. When you walked into the booth to get ready to start, what was on your mind? I'm hearing music, but for the people that ain't catching it or who haven't heard it yet, tell us what they're gonna get when they pick up this project.
Man, you're gonna get truth. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get some dope beats. You're gonna get a whole vibe. And the thing I aim for with this album, you know, first of all, this album it's ahead of age 6 months to a year now. It's gonna age very well in regard to this being disclosed on this album, you know, and I'm just sharing my truth. I cover a wide range of things from spirituality to politics to theory, but you know, there's just theory until you know otherwise. But you know, and I just basically wanted to get it all off my chest, and you know, and like I said,
you did good.
Yeah, thank you. And it's for you know, being up, but 35 and up, and just mature minds that you know understand covering on this album. You know, some of it is down to the most basic form, just and being kind and just being a good person on your walk to more complex thing. What's going on out there? You know, what's up with this government? What's up they showing us? What's up with these rappers? What's up with them record labels? what's up with us treating instead of raising them up and respecting them, you
Right.
know, and with us not loving each other, all kinds of things. So I wanted to just leave it all on the table. But this the project
You hold nothing back.
that Kokomo, yes sir, the project that Kokomo held up early. I was out there watching. Street Preacher was basically a demo version for King, the present project. You know, I just wanted to, while we was working, stop and put out some of the stuff that I was, you know, we was working on leading up to this, so that, you know, for, you know, older people that, you know, rock with me that didn't, you know, didn't want to hear no cursing. So I did that for doing.
That was for the church ladies. That was for mama and them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's for mom and them. You gotta learn how to talk to mom and them.
Right?
They forgave me by now. Now I know. I mean, they haven't.
Yeah.
Okay, they didn't take.
She just, hey, Kokomo, she just messing with you, man. Yeah.
No, she's no.
No, Jen's mom is very upset with Kokomo because he made some comments about the lady that handled the money at the church, and boy, it set the world on fire. Yeah, I said, ooh. We was all like, ooh. Well, man, I gotta say, I know if people haven't heard this project, I'm begging you to go listen to it. Go listen to it,
bro.
I don't care if you don't like rap music or you only like commercial or you only this type of fan. Take a break from the norm and go listen to Ridah God. Go listen to, go Google the Ridah God and everything you find.
Listen to the body of work.
And get to this project. And tell me you still see the world the same way. Because if you do, you miss something. You need to go back and listen again.
You missed a lot.
There's no way you can listen to this project and not have a different view of the world around you. It's impossible. I'm grown. I got so many damn opinions you can't change, but I can listen to something and digest it. And it may not make me immediately change that day, but it's definitely going to plant a seed. And I think this record is going to do that as well. Definitely going to plant a seed. I was reading an article. I get all this spam shit. And it was talking about unrest in America and that, you know, we're headed towards a period of great unrest in our country.
What do you mean towards?
We are headed towards a period. Yeah, but I'm talking about that you scared to leave the house, and not just cause of gang violence or street violence shit. I'm talking about you scared to leave the house because unrest. That shit the shit you see on the news in other countries is headed here. And I think the music that you're making gonna explain it. Go ahead.
No, I just want to tag on what you just said, so I know the music. Like I say, it's a precursor to what's coming. Being able to have a range vision, you know, to be able to see what's coming before it. And the type of music that's being, you know, that murderous music, flipping, because not what it's coming.
Repeat that, man, because you're breaking up. Repeat that.
You breaking up.
You're chopping up bad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, up. No, it's not your fault. It's the internet connection, bro. The government, man, they trying to stop you. They don't want you to get that out.
Right. They listening.
Oh, what's coming?
Oh man, I'm so mad about this. I know what you're saying. If y'all can hear me, I'm trying to catch it in pieces. But I think what you're saying is the music that you're making now, it's gonna have a good shelf life because it's actually predicting what's coming. And the music that they're making right now, it's not sustainable because what the audience is gonna go through, that music is not, what they're doing right now is not gonna speak to that situation.
That's what it is. Where
you can't have an audience that is suffering and struggling while you talking about stuff that isn't relevant to them. Nobody's spending their time and their money, even if it's for a moment of escapism. Music is not escapism for everybody. Music is therapy. And when you got an audience that's sick and you are feeding them poison, eventually they will turn. They will on you. So what you're making right now is planting a seed, but eventually it's going to grow into a plant that will generate the medicine that this community is going to need in the times that are coming ahead. I hope I translated that well. I hope because that's what I was gathering. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Perfectly, bro.
I want to get us into our final our random statements because we will have a 3-hour show if we don't.
Right.
And so we're gonna start, and I'm gonna do ladies first. Let the queen speak. Everybody bow down. No free breakfast.
Sometimes the memories of knowing a person is better than the reality of still having them in your life.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to start reading my mail. I need you to stop reading my email.
Okay, who next?
Gina? Who next? Kogi? Come on, Kogi.
Kogi? Mama watching.
Start hanging around people that brings out the best in you instead of distressing you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, who next?
I want to piggyback off what Kogi just said. You are the sum of the crowd and the company that you keep.
Amen.
Okay.
You are the sum of the crowd and the company that you keep. So don't hang around what you don't want to be.
Right.
And don't allow what you don't want to be in your presence.
Okay.
I don't care if it's cool, if that's where everybody else is. If that ain't what you want to be, don't. That's why I'm alone most of the time.
Ryder, can you do yours? You know the boss always goes last.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it simple. And just music. In the most trivial things, smallest things in your life to the most gigantic. Selling your soul for a goddamn jelly roll.
Don't do it. Selling your soul for a jelly roll. Don't do it. Selling your soul for a jelly roll. I've been heard that since I was a little kid.
Right. And
all right, G-Mac.
All right. I was gonna, do one that was kind of fucked up though, but
God,
of course you was, but please, we trying to be positive.
No.
We got a decent human being.
I got a good one this time. It's the little things that matter the most. Yes.
Depending on what you're doing.
Little things that matter.
Okay, now, Jen, we're not going to do that, okay?
I see that, Jen. We're not going to entertain your foolishness tonight.
We're not going
to. Your mama watching.
Right. And I can't be explicit anymore, evidently.
You can be explicit. You just got to leave the church ladies alone.
Right.
Ryder, man, thank you for coming through.
Hold on.
Church ladies.
Speaking of that, look. She said up
Somebody
here.
Somebody said, be careful what comes out your mouth. It might end up in your ass.
Oh.
That's a
hey.
Who's that, Godfrey?
Hey.
Godfrey, man.
That's Godfrey. Thank you for coming through, Godfrey. Be careful what comes out your mouth. It might end up in your ass. Yeah, you might. That's one way of putting it.
But long story short,
Ryder, thank you, brother.
When Koki made that comment about the church lady and sleeping with the pastor, the one that works counting the money, I got a phone call where she was yelling and rollers were shaking and she had walked down the hallway. I mean, it was bad.
Okay.
Because I was getting
we're not going to go into the fit. Well, sorry.
Yeah.
Koki, will you take this moment to apologize? I don't normally ask you to do this, but will you apologize?
Right, we normally ever do.
I'm actually apologies, not even a part of the show. But Koki, will you please give us sincere?
It's going to be better when it's like this. Come on, Koki.
Yeah,
apologize.
Come on, Koki. Let's get a sincere apology to the ladies of the church, please.
Fellow members of the church, ladies, Koki meant no harm. I do comedy. I really didn't mean anything that I was saying. Please accept my offering that I'm trying to do.
Okay. On that note, we are out of here, y'all. Let's go. Ridah God has been our guest. Y'all make sure you go out and pick up the new album. Make sure you pick up the project. Google the Ridah G.O.D. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a round of applause for the Ridah God. Thanks for coming, sir. We appreciate you. Always welcome here, brother. Anytime you got a show coming up, you tweet it, you post it, send it to any of your social media. Let us know. We gonna shout you out, bro. That's our job. Our job is to save ourselves and save our people. And if you on that, we on that too. Hey, we want to help get that message out, bro.
Can I end it with
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I end it real quick? I want to say first, man, thank
you,
you,
brother.
Having me on your platform is an honor, and I'm just so grateful, so much.
Always welcome.
And before I go, I just want to rock everybody in Arkansas grinding with this music being sales. Arkansas up. The rock down.
Everybody in the rock, baby.
Yes.
Everybody in the rock.
Yes. Yes.
What's up?
The rock.
Rock me, baby. Rock me all.
Thank you. We out of here, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Everybody
all night long.
So stupid, bro. Everybody have a hood
good night,
day.
y'all.
HoodTech presents the HoodCast. HoodTech presents the HoodCast.